What up, folks? Right off the bat, I'm going to apologize for the shakiness of this video. I've had a bunch of caffeine, and I'm holding my iPad here, just trying to show you this coin. This is a Open Air Preachers Challenge coin, which you cannot buy in stores. It's from Ray Comfort's, that's the Banana Man's, Living Waters Company, Corporation, whatever you want to call it. That sells tracts and videos on how to do, quote, biblical evangelism, how to use the law in evangelism. Anyway, so to get this coin, you can't buy it in stores. You have to go through Living Waters Ambassadors Academy, which is something I did when I was an open-air preacher. I went through it. I got in for free. Usually I have to pay $5,000, or not $5,000, $500 to like $1,000, I think, to go through this Ambassadors Academy. Although I got in free because I was already open air preaching quite regularly with a person who was a teacher in that Ambassadors Academy. Now, I'm not making this video to show off this coin. I just wanted to use this as kind of an illustration. If you look on the back of this coin here, you'll see the list of the 10 Commandments, right? And what these are is a set of dogma, right? These are a set of do it or else, right? These are not rationally based conclusions. These are just do it or the big man in the sky is going to cast you into an infernal prison for all of eternity, right? This isn't don't kill, don't steal because you've rationally come to the conclusion that these things are not in your best interest or in the best interest of those that you care about. But just don't do it because of the consequences, right? So we have a consequentialist, arbitrary, dogmatic set of rules here. This is what statism is. Statism is another religion. It's another set of dogma. It has its own set of personalities which people worship every 4 years. People gather into these sects and gather around their favorite priest, their favorite god for that for that election time. So that's what statism is. Statism is just another religion. It's do it or else. Not come to the conclusion that these things are wrong. For thus and such logical reasons, but just don't do it because otherwise the gun in the room is going to come get you and throw you in jail. Now, I have no problem with people believing in Jeebus or any other religion they want, as long as it's not affecting other people in a negative way, as long as they're not trying to force me to hold to their system of dogma. I don't really have a problem with that. And I look at statism the same way. Look, if you want to have a monopoly of force, if you are saying that, well, we need a state because we need the state to protect us from thugs, what you're really doing is you're creating, you're giving your rights over to a bigger thug to protect you from other thugs. You're creating a monopoly of violence. And that's what a God concept is. It's a monopoly of force. It's a do it or else mentality. It's not a rationally based set of ethics. It's a arbitrary decree coming down from an arbitrary authority. Now, I have no problem with people who want to hand over their freedoms to an arbitrary authority. That's their business. What I have a problem with is them imposing their statism, their religion on me. That's what I have a problem with. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video, what I wanted to touch upon. People abstract things away and they fail to see how fucked up things really are. They have a problem with the initiating of force. They have a problem with people saying, or if people stealing, but they don't have a problem, amazingly, with the state stealing, with the state imposing and initiating force on others. The whole thing is insane. It's self-defeating. It's self-contradictory. Most people, as I said in my video, I think it was I don't remember if I said this in that video. The video I'm referring to, by the way, is the gun in the room. Maybe I didn't. But most people will not come into your house and take your shit and, tell you what you can and cannot do in your bedroom. But what they will do is they will have their daddy, their divine dictator, the state, do it for them. They won't come in and take your money to give it to where they think it should go themselves, but they will have the state do it. It's kind of like the man in Washington or some guy in power sitting behind some desk in the White House who won't go into another country and kill people himself, but he has no problem with pushing a button and having other people do it for him. So it's kind of like that. People want to pretend to be my friends. They want to pretend to be my fellow countrymen. But really, what it comes down to is that really just, a lot of times, that just really isn't the case. Because what they're really wanting to do is to impose their is-to-be's on my life. They're wanting to take my money and put it where they think it should go. And that's the problem. There are a lot of people that say, oh, there ought to be a law against that. Well, what they're really saying is that, oh, well, there ought to be some guys with shiny, tin objects hanging on their shirts, busting down your door and hauling you off to jail. That's what they're saying, whether they realize it or not. So, I think if society is going to be truly free, we're going to have to learn a set of rationally based ethics and not resort to arbitrary edicts and not, succumb to a caveman mentality of do it or else. So that's what I wanted to talk about, and I'm out. Rate, comment, subscribe.